Are you mine? That's a question I ask all the time. I touch proof with my hand on my heart, but it feels like you got your hand on my mind. I'm a vet when it comes to the things. What? Things, I just decline. When I leave ends, you're on my mind. Could I jump out and call you wife? Like, tryna ask you, are you mine? Some of my old things never could dress. Look good out of their dress, but didn't impress. Some of them girls love cigarettes. Outside of the box, tryna lose stress. Love them, a fan of the best. OCD, I couldn't handle the mess. If your crib's on King's Road, but I see socks on the intro, then I got a plan for the next. Some girls hated on my council address till I spun their world like my hands on the deck. Pretty and Russian, tryna have the coldest discussion. I need love a fat Asian girl. Kawaii, set good, and she love an anime like me. Jujutsu Kaisen, back your hand, analyzing, cute in a plain white tee. Trini man, I love an island gal, but a routing that and her timing's bad. Mean screw face, but a righteous tan. Tryna say I won't blow, cause my rhyming's bad, but my timing's on. Piling the money, tryna climb this wrong. I don't need gifts, I just need a mind that's strong. Big bright brain and a tiny wifey, not a tiny. Are you mine? That's a question I ask all the time. I touch proof with my hand on my heart, but it feels like you got your hand on my mind. I'm a vet when it comes to the things. What? Things, I just decline. When I leave ends, you're on my mind. Could I jump out and call you wife? Like, tryna ask you, are you mine? No mixing of this, my ting from Dykeman hates chip. Gotta be grabber, not a Valdez or a Lala, but she got in the lift. Nothing but hips in the town, she told me next gotta switch to the next. Indian leng ting, and he calls me when she's venting, or it's too cold when she's renting. No time for a girl with bad manners, rather a girl tryna flag bandanas, rather a girl tryna fight with spanners, or sell my red cards on her Facebook banners. Last two light skin things that I knew were cannons, always warring Karens. My things all top lane like Timo's, mouth fight sets, got saw Garens. Old school soul but a new school leader, got asked for a feature by my teacher, got asked on a date night by my lecturer. I just wanna learn more when I'm texting her. I love loud girls, ad-lib ting, Herrera and Hobbs from my Maghreb ting. Master boy, I gotta catch this ting. No Tinder, I'll slide when I match this ting. Are you mine? That's a question I ask all the time. I touch proof with my hand on my heart, but it feels like you got your hand on my mind. I'm a vet when it comes to the things. What? Things, I just decline. When I leave ends, you're on my mind. Could I jump out and call you wife? Like, tryna ask you, are you mine? That's a question I ask all the time. I touch proof with my hand on my heart, but it feels like you got your hand on my mind. I'm a vet when it comes to the things. What? Things, I just decline. When I leave ends, you're on my mind. Could I jump out and call you wife? Like, I'm tryna ask you.
Make money all day. Amen. Thank God that I bust that court case. Amen. I was so stressed, you can call me Nusret. Done 100 raps with my shank so big. Amen. Coming straight out the mud. I was really running out of luck. You know it's different when you come. Yeah, I'm glad I changed my life. What goes around comes around. Started that rubber stuff. Looking in my Costa cup, only had the £100. Let him go, run him down. Say something now. Sincere sorry though, still he ain't coming round. Louis V money, spend that in restaurant. I'm back from high school, I ain't at F1 in the 9. I'm like Harry in One Direction. Although I the bro, I still want Stefflon. Car European, house Coliseum. Ting from LA, she want go museum. Even though my mansion cost me 1.5, but $500,000 for my BM. Got yourself and your friend. Hand on my watch, get yourself in the 9. I'm not Richard Branson, Jose at Stanford. Tryna make everybody eat like I'm Rashford. Make money all day. Thank God that I bust that court case. I was so stressed, you can call me Nusret. Done 100 raps with my shank so big. Coming straight out the mud. I was really running out of luck. You know it's different when you come. Yo, I'm glad I changed my life.
That bean on my door goes private. School told Henny, told them don't dive in my pool. They said I was a fool. Now look, now I'm getting major paper. Knew I'd be the man back when I was playing Sega. I was just on A-Wing, eating Space Invader. Now life's amazing, Harry King's my neighbor. I just landed these Calis, they came from the Bay. I had birds flying like Denzel on training day. He was on top, now it's like Andy from Toy Story. Walked in his room, the way his buzz dropped. When would these guys learn? She said it's my I said, nah, baby girl, this is my turn. I was selling drawers, going from door to doors. I got more Jordan 4s than all the stores. Even kick gaming, come with my kick game. Shortage, I turn the strip into Brick Lane.
Make money all day. Thank God that I bust that court case. I was so stressed, you can call me Nusret. Done 100 raps with my shank so big. Coming straight out the mud. I was really running out of luck. You know it's different when you come. Yo, I'm glad I changed my life. Yo, like, you know it's 10 M's for the re-up. Anyway. Same thing tryna cuff me. Need a prenup.
Yes, guys, you are tuned into the Best of British show. Happy Saturday. It is just a little after 10 a.m. here on the Best of British show. Hope everyone's feeling good, having a fantastic week. As you know, we play the best of UK music here. That's bi-weekly, which is every other Saturday. And today is one of my Saturdays. So as usual, guys, interesting interview today. Really good, really excited for this one. A little bit different from having a music artist down. So keep locked in for that. It's going to be a good interview, man. It's a good interview. Remember, if you're listening along, whether that be on the app or online, www.extradio.co.uk, or you're watching us live on Mixcloud where we're streaming, you can get in touch 07385 178 333. Nice mix of music here this week, as usual. UK, of course, and I've sprinkled in some of that unsigned. And of course, we have an interview. So started off with a little T on Wayne, that brand new AJ Tracy one, which was, of course, Wifey Rhythm 4. I didn't know there was 4. My understanding, I thought there was only 2. But, you know, what do I know about Wifey Rhythms? You know what I mean? Well, we'll soon find out. Here we go, guys. Let's get into some Dutch Avelli with Only If You Knew.
Can't spend one day in my shoes. Don't do 4 pints for the lose. 16 shots when the gang came through. So that burnt that Canada goose. Look, all even you I do for a decent house and a plate of food. Better pray don't make the news. That's real.
Look, pack going up north like Pogba. Kev just stepped out of rehab last week. Still trying to score like Didier Drogba. Dan just looks like Harry Potter. Told the cats they should call him Oscar. Hit the M with 2 phones up. Now I'm trying to come back with collar. Fight it, bro. No. I'm a family guy like Stu, but I still gotta do it like Max from Shaw. I was on the island like Nelson Mandela. Left on the wing like Sonia. I never saw sunlight for nearly 2 years. I feel like Michael, I'm changing colour. I feel like I've been in like 1,000 times. Remember all night Christmas day on the strip, I was doing up jewels on the bike. I see mom cry tears of joy that night when I told her I don't sell.
I see friends ask me for the man in question.
Of course I lied. Show you my strip, get my whip, let's go on a drive. Things that I did in these back roads, can't put on no Insta live.
Of course I can't.
Last year I was looking at life. Got nicked by Scotland Yard with the photos in Glasgow doing a crime. Trust, all even you I do for the guys. Of course you don't. Mom said son don't ruin your life. Put on this mask, things gon' change like Jekyll and Hyde. Way before it was push backs and kitchen. Get round there all day and get round there at night. Burn this trip if I have to. I done did that countless times. I don't know what you know about the bando, bro. Got rich off the. The blood don't do consign, but I still come back with like 2 at a time. Look, like I ain't sick of this. Every day I'm taking risks. Got a big 3-8 when I step in the 5th. Cause on the regular T got touched 1 time and he died. Rims got touched 9 times and he lived. Road diversion, tape or strips. Yo, 10 times we were just kids. Trust. Look, all even knew I did come through like K and ruin the drip. This whack cost more than 2 in a bit. Would've thought I was legally blind. Where I came through waving a stick. Don't know why they ain't gonna miss. Don't want to pay for this.
Don't spend one day in my shoes. Don't do 4 pints for the lose. 16 shots when the gang came through. Still that burnt that Canada goose. Just look, all even you I do for a decent house and a plate of food. Better pray don't make the news. Don't spend one day in my shoes. Don't do 4 pints for the lose. 16 shots when the gang came through. Still that burnt that Canada goose. Just look, all even you I do for a decent house and a plate of food. Better pray don't make the news.
We was flying up with those building lines, now it's clothing lines. I sell teas and my dog sell teas as well, but his ain't got no design. 180 for the tracksuit, go somewhere else if it's overpriced. New generation don't know how to cause they're all getting their own supplies. House in the woods with a haunted a supernatural poltergeist. Witness things that I wished I didn't like crop over then die. Bad beats curving a kid back then when I was so lit I was broke them times. You ride on the back of the bus, what about on the front of a stolen bike? Soho pitching to the game and I'll serve anyone, I got open mind. No complaints when it comes to the customer service, I'll pick up the phone polite. See man fall in love with a Billie Eilish, cause they got ocean eyes. Set up a shop then it's open 24 hours, we don't have a closing time. We put the trip in entrepreneur. All of the time that we spent in the field with a thought that I got me a Ballon d'Or. I'm stacking or dropping a bag in the yo. Went from a Toyota Yaris to Urus, I still got the same work rates before. 2 years that I ain't been home, 730 days on tour. It was Nokia ringtones, picking up phones, no private calls, now it's microphones. I think that I got bipolar disorder, the way that I'm going through highs and lows. Insta full up of IG models, and back in the day I would Skype these. My girl try to hack my iCloud when I log in, gotta hide my code. Tryna get in through face recognition when I was asleep and my eyes were closed. If she ain't got nothing to hide, might make her my wife, yeah, I might propose. How many lies got told? Don't believe in the hype, it's false. Bro died, he was still in his teens. The chances are slim of me dying old. I won't lie, it's me or them. Slime on my wipe his nose. I'm banking pop and touching feet. That was find it gross. Now it's 5-star hotels, Michelin star dining, I might rise a toast. New generation will die for clout, they'll do anything for a viral post. We put the trip in entrepreneur. All of the time that we spent in the field with a thought that I got me a Ballon d'Or. I'm stacking or dropping a bag in the yo. Went from a Toyota Yaris to Urus, I still got the same work rates before. 2 years that I ain't been home, 730 days on tour.
I don't know. When they ask in the interview room, I don't know. How many gal in the room, I don't know. Is that your gal in my coupe, I don't know. Still got no safety. Lauren, Stacy, Mad Mix, Crazy, who pop cause daily. Should I cuff Miss Banks? Give her babies. Maybe 9 boys, crazy. Buy big that's me in Emerton. But I heard they got police intelligence. Told them don't cause he's irrelevant. Free throw, that's me in Element. My young boys who free no evidence. But if on me, if he need anything, love beef adrenaline, in the sharpest melanin.
Don't think I don't do fraud, that I ain't in the trap with a so I just put 1,000 in the clamp. I whip magic like Penn and Teller. It's Dutch, I was broke, back when I had a thing for Ella. Put 3.5 of this, move back, everything deader. Jenna,
what's good, better?
just got a drop on both mouths. I'm about to get both of them down. It's
No pressure.
I'm back with a sick vendetta. Dutch, I was left back like Evra. Plug better give me one extra, belly.
I am mad, only run from Fed. Touch my watch, where you want get? Yo, run up, you might get. Yo, run up the right and left. I don't know. When they ask in the interview room, I don't know. How many gal in the room, I don't know. Is that your gal in my coupe, I don't know.
Is he sending for me? I don't know. When I'm boy there, sell first week, I don't know. When they ask for the fee, let them know that's 1.5 for the headline show. Little that's millies, not thousands. Stormzy the goal, but they really been doubting. Came offline, I've been chilling in mountains. How about you, bro? Really sell albums. Wait, look, I thought I heard, but the shoe don't fit. Can't flex on me with a boot on drip. Come on, that's stupid. Come on, we all know that I'm stupid rich. Can't stand these neats when they talk in the tune cast. Wagwan, bro, when I walk in the room, that's Big Mac, the most paid, the most sold, and I still get love from all of the goons. Like,
I am mad, only run from Fed. Touch my watch, where you want get? Yo, run up, you might get. Yo, run up the right and left. I don't know. When they ask in the interview room, I don't know. How many gal in the room, I don't know. Is that your gal in my coupe, I don't know.
Yo, touch my watch, get. Come here, pick your friend up. Some man just too friend up. That's how man gets set up.
Yo, man's face off, one up, shut up. Beef my boys, I run up. Still got my girl from Enfield, pick up, run up.
Hey, free up my fifth side.
Yo, free up my Edmonton.
I was S-roll popping on free flow.
Yo, Edmonton stepping in prison.
What?
In a visit, in front of his missus, oh so vicious. All my G's on the road to the riches, few of my G's, they're the realest. I am mad, only run from Fed. Touch my watch, where you want get? Yo, run up, you might get. Yo, run up the right and left. I don't know. When they ask in the interview room, I don't know. How many gal in the room, I don't know. Is that your gal in my coupe, I don't know. I am mad, only run from Fed. Touch my watch, where you want get? Yo, run up, you might get. Yo, run up the right and left. I don't know. When they ask in the interview room, I don't know. How many gal in the room, I don't know. Is that your gal in my coupe, I don't know.
EXT Radio. Listen on the app, on your smart speaker, and on digital radio.
Grab my phone, checking on my Insta, everything go so saw my shorty with another bro. Oh my goodness, she's a hoe. I don't know what you wanna hear from me. Thinking about the ways way for me. But you been on my mind constantly. Where your conscience, baby, my don't go by me, by me. I for take you overseas. Me and you for be like 5 and 6. You knocking me down with your prem and teaser. I want I feel intoxicated. Shorty just be looking for the picture. I feel like love is overrated, oh. Cause tell me why you got me so wasted, so faded, oh. I feel intoxicated. Shawty just be looking for the picture. I feel like love is overrated, oh. Cause tell me why you got me so wasted, so faded, oh.
We're like Romeo and Juliet. If the family's got along, Chinedu, tell me what we gon' do, huh? Life comes at you fast. See you on holiday, only snap one glass, one view. Thought your friends would come too. Tell me why I'm seeing your girls in London. Got me in a pickle, a little conundrum. I don't wanna make assumptions, I called you. Why you gonna text me? It's better you kill me, better you arrest me. Bad man stress a woman, nothing stress me. You could've taught me, see the way you test me. See the way social media's so cold. Love's easy to find, harder to hold. Most stories end and start with a phone. All the way them in Lade, she was half of my home. Oxley, you know my girl, Denise, the year younger than man from East. She got the tribal mark and she used to be friends with Peace. Won't let me know peace. She want chop my gari and peas. It's what I'm looking if I'm headed to the streets. That's why I'm intoxicated, like what these girls want from her.
I don't know what you wanna hear from me. Thinking about the best way for me. But you been on my mind constantly. Where your conscience, baby, my don't go by me, by me. I for take you overseas. Me and you for be like 5 and 6. You knocking me down with your cream and teaser. Why would I feel intoxicated? Shorty just be looking for the picture. I feel like love is overrated, oh. Cause tell me why you got me so wasted, so faded, oh. I feel intoxicated. Shorty just be looking for the picture. I feel like love is overrated, oh. Cause tell me why you got me so wasted, so faded, oh. Original ganja planta, superstar, master, don't know. Itty bitty, don't know. Tonicky baby, Santander, Santander.
I'd like to protect mine. You like empty threats and coalitions. Demon time, rum and lime, man, this little spritzer. Keep in mind, I was fine, but this little hiccups got me lying in my bed, meeting 4 a.m. again. More lines, so speak to me, let me in. I'm good, I'm fine, think I've got this friend. Yeah, stress makes for better tales, but makes for better sales. A slave to this very world, from little girls to grown women. From they won't let us inside, now we own the buildings. This isn't a manifestation of my imagination. This was written long before my parents got acquainted. So I'm stating what God has put in plan. Let no man take that vision and take your cans and make them cannons. I got these gems right in my hand, I'm feeling just like Thanos. I put a dent up in your van if you try cross my lane. A little splash up in the puddle, you can't ride this way. We're trying to break the system and affect some change. And you won't spend change. I'ma switch that pain, cause I can't feel that pain. So take it slow for me, and I'll be there for you. Hold you down, I can. Take it slow, just take it slow for me, and I'll be there for you. Hold you down, I can. Take it slow, just take it slow. I'll take it slow. Hands up, let's man, I'll come true. You're a bad man, calm down, football come through. Yeah, hands up, bless man, make her come true. You're a bad man, calm down, football come through. Hands up, bless man, make her come true. You're a bad man, calm down, football come through. Yeah, hands up, bless man, make her come true. You're a bad man, calm down, football come through.
Your reputation. Yo, I lost my reputation. and at the same time found my inspiration in the silence of the basement. Patient, because I'm good enough. I see these people on the bus, heads down, instead of looking up, swiping for the love. Views and lies coming like a drug. Yo, I had to turn around and pull that plug. How can I win? Comparing others to my kin. Comments on the colour of my skin got me flicking through. A couple say I'm the king, a couple say I got this double chin. It's grim. I spend the next hour looking in the mirror, wonder if I'm really getting bigger. My hair thinner, heartbreaking.
The sounds of Mahalia under me. This is the best British show. You are locked into EXT Radio. It's your host Rob in the building.
Take my time, realize that
here every other Saturday. That is bi-weekly, 10 a.m. until 12.
Side and look up to the sun that shines.
Today we'll be having a special guest. We'll be playing that best of the UK music, and then after 12, we'll have Poppy come through, look after you until 2 as well. So keep it EXT Radio here, people. Let's get into some more Mahalia. I like this track because this track to me is what's the female misogyny track? It's a female misogyny track, but I love it. So here we go. Terms and conditions on the Best of British show. Let's go.
The bridges burn. You could call it petty, but see if you want a position. These are my terms and conditions. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, hello, hi, how you doing, boy? Yeah, I'm doing fine. Said you wanna be something in my life. Baby, are you sure you wanna cross that line? My girl's gotta vet it. There's rules in play. If you wanna play the game, then you don't get to stay. My head is where my heart is. My heart is somewhere safe. This is how it has to be. Yeah. Look at what they did to me. None of those late nights crying alone about you like that. Like that. Exit strategy plan, I ain't afraid of using, that's fact. I ain't afraid to lose you, that's that. If you want my love, then let's discuss the man you're required to be. If you tell me lies, you get 3 strikes, there's no coming back, boy, please. If you look at her, consider bridges burned. You could call it petty, but see, if you want a position, these are my terms and conditions. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Around if you wanna see a magic trick. 1 second I'm here, then poof, I'm gone. You can think about it on the last train home. Rest assured, I ain't pressed, I ain't stressed about it. Matter of fact, I'm in a dress about it. Ice cold with a step, cause I iced you out of it. You walking away and I like the sound of it. This is how it has to be. Yeah. Look at what they did to me. None of those late nights crying alone about you like that. Like that. Exit strategy plan, I ain't afraid of using, that's fast. I ain't afraid to lose you, that's that. Oh, if you want my love, then let's discuss the man you're required to be. If you tell me lies, you get 3 strikes, there's no coming back, boy, please. If you look at her, consider bridges burned. You could call it petty, but see, if you want a position, these are my terms and conditions. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby, if you want my love, don't you lie, boy, bye-bye. Yeah, baby, if you look at her, I won't say a word, no. Don't you get it? I cut you off and I won't regret it. Yeah, yeah. If you want my love, then let's discuss the man you're required to be. If you tell me lies, you get 3 strikes, there's no coming back, boy, please. If you look at her, consider bridges burned. You could call it petty, but see, if you want a position, these are my terms and conditions. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You could call it petty, but see, if you yeah, yeah, yeah. Terms and conditions. Yeah. If you want a position.
Sounds of the, sounds of the. Sounds of the, sounds of the. Sounds of the sir.
Unity Radio.
All right, guys. Yes, Best of British show here on EXT Radio. Shout out all those who are locked in, especially that EXT family who are giving all those shout outs on Mixcloud. Because as you know, guys, we stream on Mixcloud as well. You can see the show live. Sometimes you can see me bust a little move. Thankfully, you can't always hear me sing. You know what happens is you can watch it, and if the mic's off, it'll look like I'm lip syncing, and that's probably for the best because I am not a good singer, man. I am a better dancer though. Fantastic has been a word that's been thrown around. Anyway, enough about me. So as you know, guys, we bring the best of UK talent in here. Now, usually that's musicians, but this week we've got something a little bit different. Now, this gentleman who we've got here for an interview, he is an artist, but he's not just an artist. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass over to him and let you introduce yourself here on EXT Radio and tell us who you are.
So my name is Christian Foley. Like you say, yes, I'm an artist. I'm a hip-hop artist. But specifically, I'm a spoken word educator. So my career is blending hip-hop with education.
That's a real LinkedIn title, man.
Yeah, it's
spoken word
that's
educator.
A Twitter bio, right?
Yeah,
an X bio.
An X, yeah.
But yeah, it's such a niche profession.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I was rapping from like a teenager, and then when I was about probably 20, 21, I got contacted by Goldsmiths University. Mm-hmm. Quite like a liberal, like radical university with a lot of their ideas. And they were like, what would happen if we took professional poets and artists and trained them to be teachers and put them in schools? Would you be interested in doing that? And they contacted me and I thought, yeah, I would. And I've never looked back. And now it has kind of defined my life. I always thought, and hoped I would make a living from rapping. I didn't necessarily envisage that it would be like.
You know what? It's funny that because I speak to a lot of artists, and sometimes the way they, I suppose, get into the industry or even get, I guess, fame or recognition or just reach, is just not always the conventional ways. Like even if you look at comedy and if you look at like Mo the Comedian, for example, like he was doing stand up, he was doing the whole stand up circuit. And he thought, okay, cool, this is where I'm going to get my chance. And actually, it was through Instagram and his funny videos.
Yeah.
So it's just now, it's because we live in a world where social media plays such a massive part. There's so many different ways to get the reach and be involved. So it sounds a bit weird. What do you think about teaching? So prior to working in, prior to being a musician, I would say, did you have any desire to teach before? Have you got that? Or is that something you started to almost learn and recognize?
Well, I was hugely influenced by my teachers at school, specifically in regard to poetry and to creative expression. Now, I'm from Leicester in the Midlands, but I grew up far away from there. I grew up near France in a tiny island called Jersey in the Channel Islands.
Yeah, Jersey, yeah.
It's like 9 miles long, 5 wide, and there was no hip hop or spoken word like going on in that area. And I started writing, and it was kind of weird, as in like...
What, the writing aspect? Or
no, my writing was normal, but it was weird that I was doing it. Because people are like, why are you like writing bars? You're like in a tiny little island. No one does that here. You know, like we just listen to indie and just like, that's it. We're just snobbish. That's our deal. And so when I was doing this, I had a teacher called Dr. Roberts, right? He's like salt of the earth, working class Liverpudlian guy who had a PhD and was like immensely intelligent, but not kind of inaccessible. And he showed me that you could still be like down to earth and be a teacher and connect with students on like a very human level rather than like being a member of this kind of authoritarian elite. And he really inspired me. And one day, Benjamin Zephaniah, rest in peace, came to my school. And this teacher, Stephen Roberts, was like, please just give him a CD of like your work.
I remember this. I remember speaking to Tiny Temper about this. Little casual name drop there. But yeah, I was like, he's just casually sitting down talking about Benjamin Zephaniah. Yeah. I saw it and I thought, that's just crazy, like the story of that. And what happened next as well.
Yes, it was my teacher that like gave me the confidence to, because when Benjamin Zephaniah came to my school, like normally I would just be in the workshop, I'd write my stuff, but I probably wouldn't have the confidence necessarily to go up to him and be like, here's my work. So Dr. Roberts gave me that, he was like, go on, just do it. And then the next day, or maybe 2 days after, Benjamin Zephaniah called my house back when we had home phones.
Oh, yeah.
And then he was just like, he said to my mum, can I speak to your son? and he arranged for me to like fly over to London and start competing in poetry slams, and like he mentored me. And like on my first rap videos when I'm like 15 or 16, there's like 0 comments, 0 likes, apart from actually just one comment underneath all of them, and that was Benjamin Zephaniah. He would comment on every single one, be like, this is mad, this is sick, like I love this, keep going. And then like I looked back on after he died, you know, I looked back on all those comments and I thought it was kind of, there must be so many people who he has done that for, because the kind of guy that he was just supporting when he didn't have to at all. And now as a teacher and an educator myself, and someone that, you know, children and their parents will often like send in emails and messages, and I always want to be the person that responds now because of how he did that to me. And, you know, so I think he's a good example of how to live your life when you're a writer and you're, you know, someone that children look up to. So I think in terms of teaching, that's what you have to be. And I guess I did want to be a teacher in many ways. And I think my first port of call was like, yeah, I'll be a rapper. But rapping and teaching, I've actually been intertwined since the beginning. KRS-One, you know, his moniker, his nickname was The Teacher. Yeah. All right, so the foundations of hip hop have always been about education. So yeah, maybe I didn't get the multi-million-pound record deal. You know, I'm not with Universal, but I'm rapping every day. I'm writing bars every day. So
the thing is, as well, I think a lot of your story as well is about the idea of role models as well, and even in a position that you're in, it seems like that's essentially what you're doing for the children in the same way Benjamin Zephaniah was doing it for you, a role model sort of, and that guidance is super important, especially you know, now I suppose now more than ever a lot of kids are lost and some don't have that support, and I know how it can be because as a teacher, I'm sure there's 30 kids in a classroom, you know, and I've been in situations where there've been bigger classes, small classes, and if you don't learn the same way as other students, then potentially you could get left behind. I suppose that gives them that kind of individual attention as well and make it engaging. So
definitely. I mean, I specialize in alternative provisions and pupil referral units, which is where children have been expelled from school.
PRUs, right?
Yeah,
PRUs. I'm familiar with you.
So when the children have been excluded, you have smaller class sizes, maybe like 5 or 6 maximum, just because it's much more manageable that way. And mainstream school hasn't worked for these kids. So what I do at these institutions is I run a music studio. I've created a record label. The kids come in, they write their raps, they record them, we release them. And they connect with it so much more than if I just sat down and I was like, right, you need to learn about onomatopoeia. You need to learn about alliteration. They learn about all of these things through music. So we use that to connect with the young people, and then they kind of gain their skills through that, rather than me just telling them like, this is how you're going to learn. This is what you need to know.
Well, it's not always the way as well. I think schooling is another massive conversation essentially. But I think when it comes to the way to think is very regimented, usually in traditional schools, isn't it? About, okay, this is right and this is wrong, and it kind of filters down that creativity a bit. And then of course there's the whole discussion of what, depending on, you know, your thoughts of it, of the idea of like people go to schools to be good employees and not good like entrepreneurs or business owners, etc. But let me not even start on that, man. They're gonna pull me right off the air. No, but let's get into some little music, and we're gonna come back as well, man. This is let's get into some Stormzy, man. That's someone who's impacted people. Let's bring him on. I'm not in the studio, calm down. Angel and the Marble here on the Best of British Show, guys.
We still get the work in large amounts. There's something coming that I can't announce. You know the food tastes good when you're staring at a menu that you can't pronounce. This winter white truffle cost me half an hour. Home record flows is guaranteed to make your partner bounce. It's a horror up in our accounts. Rise your money froze, running O's, that's how we started out. I saw the angel in the marble and I carved it out. Now look at me, chiseled like Da Vinci, reappeared in 93. I found my inner Preston and I went and set him free. Now we the Black Beatles, let it be. I'm from South London where them boys die by the hundreds. No one taught us how to mourn, so we go print them on our jumpers. Back when Mega had the TT hood dreams. Didn't even know what it was called, but it looked clean. Used to wear the suede wallabies till my foot leaned. 50 8-inch telly courtesy on my butch fiend. You can pay me in electronic devices. Storms ain't nice, but he's the nicest. Even back when I was selling Miley Cyrus, put a premium on my prices. Sick like a virus. Don't make me do it like my stylist. I hear top boy talk from a bunch of quarterfinalists. Real living through a crisis. Yeah, I grew up in the jungle on the grid with Martin Brundle. My hairline's the only thing that keeps it humble. God knew what he was doing when he made me unforgettable. Just check the swag, I'm on my suede lead. I told Jermaine I could be the Kung Fu Kenny to your day free. Just be the tied to my Jay-Z. Day pre. I get Lizzie and I stay fleet. These new lit, but they just ain't me. No, I skirt through it like I'm Sir Lewis. You nerds had it, but you nerds blew it. So I just got to it. They take shots, but I bot through it. I dodge through it like I'm Rod Stewart. If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, the flow's... Let me flip it like I'm Jesse. I control it like I'm Walter White. Tell my mum-in-law I'll treat her daughter right. She don't have to rent or ever sort of flat. I love her up and hold her tight. Mwah, 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 give me kiss. Pretty little miss. I tell her what it is. Babe, I take you shopping even though I take the I'm only joking, girl, I'm silly like this kettle on my wrist. Watch dumb, car dumb, crib's dumb, soon done. If my money smoke, he'll save E5, full thumb. I hit home runs, no smoke, no smoke, must be puns. I'm still good in both lungs. It's the calm before the storm. I go Bulgari for my drawn. $500,000 on jackets that I've hardly ever worn. Better check the fee before you ask me to perform. July 26th, that's the day a star was born. It's the arena packer. Way back when I used to pre-Natasha. Ask Fat, yeah, I've been a masher. They wanna race, but I'm Dina Asher. Bring a whole leap of passer. The flow's from God, but it's Big Mikey, but I'm more Spinelli. She got the Evelyn, I prefer the Kelly. I got the oat, but I prefer the Skelly. Well done, girl, you hit the belly. I gotta tone it down on Graham Norton. All this swag can't fit on telly. I skirt around on my big Pirellis. Them man are actors, I should give them Emmys. Them man are washed, hang them out to dry. If man are lit, then what the f*** am I? I must be doing something right. Oh yeah, right. Heavy kettle, but it's something light. I told Mel do my button tight. Gotta look clean when I'm getting my award. They wonder how I shine, that's the presence of the Lord. They wanna know my scent, that's Tom Ford. They wanna know the shows and the places that I've toured. They wanna know storms, don't you ever get bored? Rapping about things that you know we can't afford. Oh, it's Big Man, the one to shed a light on the rappers' insecurity. I ain't like you, I need security. I'm too lit and too rich, gotta stay drip. Yeah. I got something on my mind. Yeah.
The Maggie stay tipping. How I like my women. Drip is giving GBH. Everything hitting. Outlaw living. We ain't trying to fit in. Draw a ting like a bus slip. I'm splitting.
Ain't in the drilling, but every beat I murder, I'm making a killing.
Enough pretty women beat sitting where I'm sitting.
Lights off, only thing I'm switching is position.
The condition is push to start, no keys in the ignition.
Fumes at the exhaust, it's just me and my emission.
Shorty got me hooked, I might as well have gone fishing.
Dip in, if they're talking bait on the line. All these watches and there's no way I'm on time. Dropped a box off, that's a weight off my mind.
I locked the phone, no fishy, wasting my time.
Yeah. I got something on my mind. Yeah. I got something on my mind. Yeah.
Do ya, baby, go do ya. Every time you call my phone, get paid, and mama doula. I'm just doing me, so darling, just go and do ya. You should go and do ya, baby, go and do ya.
I got something on my mind.
Yeah, something I wanna share. Yeah. Something I wanna say that I don't think you'll wanna hear. I say come over here, but I don't want you over here. My dick ain't what you're making hard. You're making it hard to write this song. I'm just trying to write this song. You're barely my phone talking about trying to right some wrong.
Like Cisco on my mind. This phone streets is cold. The nights so long. This convo's going Pete and Tom.
I should've never given you the goodie. I'll let you leave my house in my hoodie. Especially not that one, cause that one was my favorite. Why did I let you take it?
Yeah.
Do ya, baby, go do.
Yo, for sure. But doing it wrong now, I gotta sue that. She said she don't want me no more, that's calm, it's nothing to get me the new lap. I was making a snap, crash chatting about, now I gotta mute that. And I mama, but that's nothing new. I've been guy since I was a youth, man. I just got a drop, I'm not gonna ask if you're coming or not. I fly girls, that's not where I'm from, and she top for my phone if they're I weren't upset not winning the mobile. I've won bigger awards. Laptop goal scorer for the block. Handwriting printed, the windows tinted. New but it's vintage, unlimited linkage. End up doing a drill on my Dior coat. I'm not gonna bend this. I've orchestrated drills just with a click of my fingers. Now she's and her lips were made for natural pattern, ain't got any fillers. Back then used to risk it. 2 feet, 10 toes, never had any. And step with the kitchen, that was mummy's. Never had any spinners. Dripping, my winter coat's gonna cost you 2 to do up the zippers. When bro got for the M, I weren't involved and still got the shivers. No matter the time or weather, no, I'll get it delivered. She grew up in a good home, I don't know where I tapped and drillers. The pack just came in, but I'ma get that gone by the click of my fingers. Whatever they offer, I'll make them times it twice by the click of my fingers. A baby 932 or spin, get pressed by the click of my fingers. I'm not in her good books, still drop to her knees by the click of my fingers. The pack just came in, but I'ma get that gone by the click of my fingers. Whatever they offer, I'll make them times it twice by the click of my fingers. A baby 932 or spin, get pressed by the click of my fingers. I'm not in her good books, still drop to her knees by the click of my fingers. Don't you hate when it starts clicking? Heard bro, the baddest boy on the block, bet me and bro turn that victim. Or you think cause I'm rapping, I won't put on my blacks and turn and twist it. Or you think that I'm capping, what happened when I caught shit slipping? Cut ties if I hear when a man one snitching. I know big homes, intentions pitching, not on the bench. I'm with the pitches, or I'm inside one of them man's. Pully those golden boys, still up to mischief. Told her, don't tell your friends you're holding them from me. That's none of their business. Pack just came in, but I'ma get that gone by the click of my fingers. Whatever they offer, I'll make them times it twice by the click of my fingers. A baby 932 or spin, get pressed by the click of my fingers. I'm not in her good books, still drop to her knees by the click of my fingers. The pack just came in, but I'ma get that gone by the click of my fingers. Whatever they offer, I'll make them times it twice by the click of my fingers. A baby 932 or spin, get pressed by the click of my fingers. I'm not in her.
This is EXT Radio.
EXT Radio, broadcasting live from Hackney, East London.
Chilling with my shark. Been to war, we got purple hearts. Was outside when you were scared of dark. I ain't scared to lurk. Had a clean run, then ended up in jail for my 31st. Had the but the 31st. Before that, then that shirt. 2016 was Dirty Sprite. I on the top floor, then I can't scared of heights. YT and TV, the same for radio or the TV. You ain't got no works on your CV. Staring at my hand, it's all VVs. We just trying to stay alive like the Bee Gees. Done it for the guts and the glory. And if we ever, we ain't feet, we ain't Tory. Mommy voted Labour, we was poorly. But I don't want you sobbing to my story. Made it out the trenches. Now I got a taste, it's expensive. Cartier lenses, premium plus on the Benzes. I was dead broke, I had to mend it. I wink at my he gon' send it. Follow me, it's been a rocky road. I take my dog off the leash and have a proper stroll. Honeycomb, she my pot of gold. Told her if she stay down to the end, we gon' rock and roll.
You gon' need 21 to salute me. All my friends is dead, so I'm trying to buy. I was bad in the streets way before it got bougie. Type of that you only see in movies. Real when the raps is deep. Well, you know about waking up in jail from a dream that make you wanna fall straight back asleep. 100 days, 100 nights, selling for weeks. I'm from the corner of the trap in the trench. Had to hit the sauna when I slapped up with somebody's daughter in the back of a Benz. I'm a shark, see a pool full of blood, take a swim. Got a battle hard for the work I put in. Can't be a face on a shirt or a name on some skin, this survival. You got money on the line, I'm gon' dial you. Teflon vest and I got cake like the bottom of a trifle. Took her to the telly, then I inside like a vinyl. Handled the whole on a 2-wheel cycle. Trying to get richer than Lionel. Tell the hospital we're sending straight on arrival. You trying to walk through the streets, I'ma guide you. From a to a I'll supply you. You know what type of time I'm tied.
On your mark, so you ready. 2023 be getting heavy. Got a back and it's heavy. Got and it's heavy. I watch 41 mil, it's heavy. Steady. On your mark, so you're ready. 2023 be getting heavy. My got a back and it's heavy. Got and it's heavy.
watch 41 mils heavy, steady.
Yes, guys, we're back. We had a little bit of Tiny Booze, Young Teflon, and Clavish. We was actually just talking about Clavish here in the studio. Don't worry, we're not saying anything wild. Don't worry, don't get me. Yeah, we were just talking about you saying that the kids love him. The kids love Clavish.
They love him.
They love Clavish. Clavish is down with the Utes. Yeah, because we're saying his flow is like a lot more like say melodic, sing-songy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of connects well. And like Central C is another one you said, because I always wonder about this, because I obviously I'm plugged into the streets, as you know. So I'm hearing, I know obviously Central C is massive. Clavish is another big one there. But then Dave, you said he's got a great way of mixing between sort of that consciousness and, you know, more chart-friendly music, I guess, right? And you're a fan, would you say you're a fan of Dave? Central?
Yeah.
Like, who are your top three?
Top three in the UK.
Yeah, let's do UK. Because we're going to talk about the US, but we got something planned for the US for sure.
I think you actually have to have Dave in the top three. I'm not going to put these in any order.
Yeah.
But I think for Dave's ability to blend that kind of conscious message, okay, with music that kids actually want to listen to. Yeah, because it's like it's different from me making conscious music. The kids be like, "Oh, just shut up, sir." You know, like so, like he's giving you that pill, but he's wrapping it in sugar so you swallow it, and it's like, you know, you get that kind of nice music with a powerful and potent message. So Dave is up there, not necessarily in terms of MCing, but in terms of social impact and education and enlightening and illuminating people. I thought you was gonna say something. Go on, no, go on. Well, I'm gonna put Akala.
Okay, yeah, okay, fair.
But also Stormzy can fulfill that criteria exactly with his publishing imprint, with his scholarship schemes. All right. So let's do Akala / Stormzy.
Okay.
All right. So we share that one, and then number three. Who would I put number three at the moment in the UK? That's a more difficult one. Like in terms of just personal preference of what I listen to, and someone who helps kind of like pave the way for my style of music being more popular is Loyal Kana, because Lil Kana, I know he's not necessarily going to ever really be mentioned in those kind of like top 5 best MCs of all time in the UK, but in terms of just for me personally, the style of music that I do is that more laid back, kind of meditative, less aggressive, kind of thoughtful UK hip hop, and people weren't really listening to that. They're like, no one was waking up and be like, yeah, I need to listen to that.
Well, you know, it's like it's a time and place, and you need to be in like a certain mood to listen to it. You know, there's certain genre of music. I can't talk today. Music where you need to kind of be in the, like I say, in the mood for it. But like you're saying, Dave is the one who can mix between those kind of ones. You could listen to an album which is like got his chart stuff, but then also got that conscious one as well. It kind of seems effortlessly into each track, which I really love.
But yeah, I think Loyal Kana's kind of opened that door to artists like myself. So, you know, like it helps people to understand it. Like if someone's like, oh, what's a Christian Foley track? Like I can be like, oh, it's a bit like, it's in the vein of Loyal Kana, and they'll know who Loyal Kana is. Whereas before, if I'm trying to describe it, they're like, yeah, we don't have any reference point. So I think that he has actually opened up like a different genre or a subset of UK hip hop to more ears. And that's always like a very like good thing, and he just seems like a really cool guy as well.
Well, UK, obviously we support UK here, but we have to give an honorary shout out to the main man 50 Cent, because you said that he was the one who started pushing your music and found like this.
So weird.
All I'm hearing is that
so
you and this is how I'm going to tell the story to people. You and 50 are tight. That's how I'm going to tell the story.
Well, I'm not going to go out there and say that, you know, I'm one of the members trying to bring back G Unit.
No,
well, you know, that's.
Whoa. You know, we can put it out
his
there.
words,
you
not
know,
mine.
there we go.
I'm not going to say
speculation.
That. Right? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. All right, in Hackney right now. So yeah, if we can take the listeners through an actual journey today. So we started off in school. We went through Dr. Roberts, Benjamin Zephaniah. The next stage of the journey, I had started teaching by this point. And then there was this kid in my class. It was a mainstream school in Hackney, just down the road actually. And then you're not meant to have your phone in class or anything like that. But sometimes when I'm doing a freestyle, the kids just film it.
Mhm.
But I'm not necessarily aware this is going on because they shouldn't necessarily be doing that. Sure. This kid called let's call him Alan.
Yeah.
And this is many years ago, so he's like mid-20s now. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But we'll protect his identity. So Alan starts filming, puts it online. I'm unaware of this. Sure. Next day, I wake up, loads and loads of messages on my phone, like loads. All social media is going like inundated. I'm like, what's happened here? What's going on? And then I go online, and 50 Cent has just got this video of me that he's uploaded, being like, "Who's this MC? Who's this teacher? This guy is sick. He's got flow." I mean, his exact words were, "He's actually got some flow," which in a way was kind of like negging me. It was like, look at the state of him. Look at the state of this kind of like curly-haired, like white teacher in a school. He's actually got some flow.
He actually got some bars.
Yeah. So he was like,
bars. Who knew?
He was just surprised, but also that action, I would say, changed my life because it brought me to a level of visibility that hasn't necessarily decreased, right? All of the opportunities that stemmed from that, my entire career, right, in terms of publicity, stemmed probably from that moment.
Yeah.
So I really have to thank him, and I don't know what he was doing, why he was kind of like logged into the Hackney poetry teaching scene.
You know what? We don't know what 50 gets up to.
It was
he
on a rabbit hole on YouTube or
exactly,
something like that.
Sure.
But yeah, it was just like it was one of them things. And then so from that, I got to go on like those like Good Morning America shows, like the Oprah Winfrey Network. There was this terrible, embarrassing moment where I was on CNN, and it was around the time of Hamilton. Yeah. And Lin-Manuel Miranda had just kind of shot to increased fame with Hamilton, but not to me because I didn't know who he was. And so they had Lin-Manuel Miranda in the studio, and he used to be a teacher.
Okay.
So they were going to set up this interview with us, and I was on CNN, and they were like, "Oh, by the way, just want to say, like, Lin loves your work. So impressed with what you do. What do you think of the fact that Lin-Manuel Miranda is a fan?" And I was like, and because of the time difference or something, like we had just finished school, and I probably shouldn't say this, but we're in the pub.
Hey, it was, out of school hours, it's fine, man. Out of school hours, yeah.
It was like 4:30 p.m. or something like that. I know it's quite early in the day. Anyway, so like I took this call from CNN, and we're like, okay, we'll just do it in the bathroom because it's quiet. So I'm in there with like two friends, and we're on CNN. And they're like, "Lin loves your work." And then I was like, "What do you think of that?" And then I didn't know who Lin-Manuel Miranda was. And then I was like, I'm honestly so flattered that Lin loves my work. I think huge inspiration. I think she's brilliant.
Oh, but I knew it was going to happen, but it's an easy mistake to make. Lin. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know a lot of dudes called Lin. Like, let's be real. Like, I know most women called Lin. It's an easy mistake to make.
Yeah, it's just like, I was like, oh, that is so embarrassing. So like, I had an agent at the time, and then he had to do like a lot of repair work on CNN, and eventually then Lin-Manuel Miranda, we did a different interview on a different network, and it was kind of fun. But I was like, that was my first brush with like the need to be slightly media savvy or media trained.
Yeah.
I'm very media trained now, but back then I was hopeless. I was a fool.
Everyone's got to start somewhere, man.
Exactly.
I mean, to be honest, I think that's an innocent mistake. But did they react to that when you said it? Did they have a facial expression or something?
Well, it was over the phone, so I couldn't tell, but I could just hear them like sigh. But I was also
like this guy. They're like this guy.
I was also like two pints deep or something. I don't know. I wasn't giving my best.
You handled it well, to be honest, then, because that is a very good media response of what you said. So I think, because if I was two pints deep, I don't know what I would have said on air, man. Really, I say stuff on air which I'm not even supposed to when I'm stone cold sober. So it happens, man. It happens to the best of us. But I think the 50 thing's super interesting because like it's Fiddy, man. Everyone loves Fiddy. Like we were saying, like when he was here, the guy was just in ends in like on local restaurants and stuff. He's just like fantastic businessman.
He seems like a guy you could get it if you're like, oh come on, man, come on EXT radio. He'd be like, yeah, sure, man.
Yeah, I'm in the area, so why not? Like, yeah. And you're just like, oh my God, it's 50. I don't know.
All his entourage in this container.
Yeah, it's like all of them just looking at me from this end about saying what I can't ask. Listen, mate, I can ask whatever I like, yeah. To be fair, I do say that. I say to everyone, look, Is there anything you don't want to talk about? And most people say, no, I'm fine. That's their mistake.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, listen, I heard you have beef with this person. I had him in last week, and he said, you're a waste man, bro.
That's
Obviously,
a good point. I will say this, and I'll say this on camera. I do not want to discuss any beef today.
Let me just scrap
I'm
this off
famous
then.
for having more beef than,
Let me take this off then.
Charcuterie board.
Let's take this off the notes, mate. let's take this off the notes. No
beef, no ops.
Beef,
Yeah.
No beef. What we'll talk about then, we will talk about social media, man. Social media and TikTok. But before we do that, let's get into some music, because I feel like this is going to turn into a talk show. And it's just like, it happens, man. It happens so much. You get into the mix, man. Let's get into some new music. What have we got here, man? Yeah, let's get into this one. Young C, Favorite Burden here on the Best of British show.
I promise you that you'll never meet anyone that has mentally touched you your entire life. And he hasn't.
You so good and you perfect. Baby, I hope it's worth it. All of the hours of time I spend, open you up like a surgeon. Baby, my light open curtains. You turn my life like a verdict. I was in a bad place. At time when flipping this shit, I was hurting. I was in the dribbling for some. I was down bad, real bad. Now I'm in my bag like a Birkin. Yeah, I'm be the one that keep searching. With you, my treasure, forever treasure. Yeah, I'm gonna please you, freak you, eat you any day of the week. Make the sheets wet, made your knees hella weak. No, we have the best sex. You my freak of the week. You my lady, still drive me crazy. Don't look for no haters, no left or right. They play with my baby, they dead on sight. You so cool, and you know that shit. Don't call me a joker, ain't playing no games. My super soaker, so small little brain. Love your arms, so clever, like a dog. Go with my aim. You a spice, a pepper, Tony Stark. That's my name. You so good, you so good, you so good, you so good. But is you worth it? My favorite button, flip that, my favorite person. Scratch and spice on purses. You so good, you so good, you so good, you so good. But is you worth it? My favorite button, flip that, my favorite person. Scratch and spice on purses. You so good. My favorite button.
This ain't the same no more. A hopeful home with broken doors. Battle scars from passing wars to be fought in pride to settle scores. But at what cost? There ain't nothing gained here, but there's so much lost. Summertime it touches frost. There's warmth and cold in all of us, and I feel like sometimes this fucking world's mocking me. Yeah, everything on top of me. Always something that tries stopping me. There's trauma in my past, and I hope that I never meet no ghost. You call me paranoid, but I can't lie. I feel safer when you're close. I've been done so wrong before back. All the people I thought was right. I guess that led me into the darkness, but it's in the dark where I found my light. So now tell me, what's changed? Why does this feeling feel so strange? How we go from one to a half to a place where we can't even speak our names? I swear down. Yeah, I swear down.
Yeah, you know you're my type. You got me wondering if this is right. Having you up in my bed every night, kissing and hugging and starting a fight. You come with the smoke and I reach for the light. Shut up and tell me how we make it right. I sleep on the sofa, we used to be tight. Cause you push my buttons and I always bite. Now every time I look at you it's like something's been missing, girl. I know that you feel it too. But every time that I try to leave, I come back to you. I swear down.
Yeah, I swear down. Yo, I can't say that I'm surprised though. I come from deceit and lies, arguments and manipulation, but I found peace within your eyes. Everything that I ever went through, it falls away when I'm around you. I was tired of chasing dreams, but that all changed when I met you. Said I can't say that I'm surprised though, cause you know that we're both the same. You got scars that nobody can't see, cause they're deep down running through your veins. Everything that you ever went through, never once changed how I saw you. I know that I've made mistakes, but I think I can change for you. I swear down. I swear down. I swear down.
I'm on 4 April, tasteful, playful, beautiful, meaningful. Yeah, so beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Gratitude, man, I feel this gratitude. Look at how I was so hard, this altitude. Look at how you ground with an attitude. Way too happy to feel your magnitude. Gifted again, baby, check the stats. I'm the mother at the front or the back. I'm the mother running with his past. Wine on my break your back. We gon' last. Grateful, I've been feeling grateful. Great and all these roots, I just got my plate full. Yeah, I'm eating good, got my plate full. Ghost town bodies all around, yin and yang, I had to balance out. I ain't making points, I'm a point. Roll a joint when you spin my joint. Divergent with class, I don't disappoint. Look at how I stand when I make a point. Yeah, as I've got all the accolades and medals in my head. I'm a dog from the kennel, get me fed. No time for sentimental, family needs this bread. Dad did what he could with the hands he was dealt. Didn't ask for segregation, heartbreak we felt. Took away from my leader, had to step up as well. Yeah, heaven's gate is opening and I just took a dose of this. Overdosing on love and prosperity, man, I'm over this. Grateful, I've been feeling grateful. Great and all these fruits, I just got my plate full. Yeah, I'm eating good, got my plate full. Ghost town bodies all around, yin and yang, I had to balance out. I ain't making points, I'm a point. Roll a joint when you spin my joint. Divergent with class, I don't disappoint. Look at how I stand when I make a point. Yeah. Hey, all you want, you just hate yourself more. Hey, all you want, you just hate yourself more. Grateful, I've been feeling grateful. Great and all these fruits, I just got my plate full. Yeah, I'm eating good, got my plate full. Ghost town bodies all around, yin and yang, I had to balance out. I ain't making points, I'm a point. Roll a joint when you spin my joint. Divergent with class, I don't disappoint. Look at how I stand when I make a point. Yeah, grateful, beautiful, meaningful, so blissful, original. B-E-A, beautiful, so beautiful.
Neko music.
Yes, guys. Yes, Best of British Show, EXT Radio. Shout out all the EXT family who are locked in. Of course, dropping their messages on the Mixcloud. We see you guys. Don't forget, you can listen back to any of the shows from EXT Radio on Mixcloud.com and on SoundCloud as well, guys. We are just having a very interesting conversation actually about school. I suppose societal issues, school and race as well, and how they all play a factor into it. Like I said, myself, I'm mixed race, and apparently I'm the highest likely to be expelled. I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean,
or to be
not you
expelled.
personally.
Oh,
cool. You're fine now because
now?
you're mid.
Too late now.
You definitely would be expelled if you turn up at school now, being mid 30s. But yeah, I think institutional racism in the UK is not spoken about enough. You know, people do talk about it, but it's like you often have like a lot of apologists or like particularly like right-wing media who'd be like, there's no racism in the UK. Look, everything's fine. You know, it's roses. It's like, absolutely not. And like being someone who has worked in the school system for over a decade, you see it and you notice it. And particularly when you're working with children who are excluded from school, you notice the patterns of who is getting excluded. And you could have the same infraction, the same kind of not necessarily crime, but the same rule breaking happen from two sets of students. If one set of students is white and one is black, I think that you would see a marked difference in the treatment from schools. And that's what the statistics suggest, okay, that it is not actually fair and equal. As you know, they recently did that the race report which concluded in the wake of Child Q, which was actually local to here, and the report they did was like, actually we've looked into it and there's not really any racism. And it's like, what was that report looking at? It's like, there is. So we have to address it by talking about it, because just pretending that everything is like, you know, this fair, equally structured society, that doesn't help anyone. You know, we actually have to be open with it. And so at our school, we have these conversations, and it is awkward because, you know, I'm predominantly dealing with a class of black and mixed race young men, and you know, we're having these conversations. I have to say, look, I'm a white guy from the Channel Islands. I have not got the lived experience that you have. So I'm not going to sit here and lecture you on how to behave, on how to conduct your life, because our lives have been very different. All I can do is listen, and we can have open and honest dialogue together, you know, and we can work together on their upbringing and their development.
Well, when you speak with them, what are kind of their concerns about this kind of stuff in school, and probably with the police as well? That's another one. Even when you're not really doing anything wrong, the stop and search aspect of stuff as well. What do they say to you of like, oh sir, this has kind of happened to me, or I've been in this situation? How does that look?
It's exhaustion is the prevalent emotion that they feel. I mean, I've had times where we've been teaching. Ironically, I was teaching a lesson it was a GCSE lesson on what we call power and conflict. It's part of the English syllabus, right? So it's poetry about power and poetry about conflict. Halfway through that, policeman stomps into the room, and it was like stomping, like the boots were heavy. Came in, was like, one of you kids in here, one of you has nicked a car. Which one of you is it? One of you fits the description. This is like 6 years ago, but I remember it. One of you fits the description. What was the description? You know what the description was? Black. That was in the policeman's mind. That's what he's thinking. And we're thinking, how dare you walk into a place of education, okay, and attempt to kind of like take students out of lesson. And this is what happened in the case of Child Q, right, where the police had the authority and the impunity to drag a student out of education with no trusted adult, and to just conduct that kind of invasive search without anyone stopping them. So there is this problem with policing and prejudice, and it's not all police. And I want to actually work with the police and young people to try and bridge these communities together, because
I think it's a bit of the abrupt, like how abrupt that is, of just like unsettling. And I think there's a stage where, you know, kids, especially I know like black and mixed race kids, there's a stage where they stop becoming little cute kids, and now they're like almost teenagers, and now they're basically men as teenagers, and people perceive them, society perceive them as that of, oh, you know what I mean? Like, even though like sometimes, you know, you got kids who are like super tall already, and they're only like 12 or 13, and they perceive them in a certain way just because they're tall or they're bigger or whatever. They already make that prejudice and that suggestion. But these are children. These are all children. I think they forget that, and they need to be you know, treated like you're saying, without an adult there when things are happening. Like, it's not right.
They call it adultification, right?
Yes,
the process of viewing a child as if they are like an adult. And actually, it was like, I think it was like the BBC asked me to like go on recently and speak about the adultification of kind of young black males. But I said to them, I was like, you need to not ask me, because right, I am not a black male. Okay, and I think sometimes because I work in the arena of hip hop, I get offered these things where I'm like, no, you need to actually not offer them to me because I am like this white guy who
And it'll
doesn't
be
have
like
that
your-
lived experience.
Well, that's it. And,
Like
and
people always like trying to book me for Black History Month. I'm like, don't give
Yeah,
this
yeah,
opportunity to
it's
me,
mad.
man. Like, what are you trying to do?
Well, I think as well, I think there is, as an outsider as well, who doesn't know you and just sees that, they're like, okay, you got this guy talking about, yeah, like saying my experience, like, I'm not going to take it. Why am I going to take this seriously? What,
Yeah,
he's not,
exactly.
He doesn't know.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I
exactly.
mean?
So
And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean it's
Yeah,
what
it's
it is,
true,
isn't
though.
it? Yeah, like, it's like, okay, well, yeah, it's crazy in the dunya, mate, as we say. It's crazy in the dunya, so.
We got lost in. We were going to talk about social media.
Yeah, we were.
We got lost in.
Just-
Sorry, listeners, for
yeah.
we're
I mean, listen,
we're leading you on a helter-skelter journey through
capture
society.
Everything here, man. Everything we capture, every aspect of it. Okay. Usually it's just grease when I'm on here. To be fair, but yeah. So social media is what we were going to speak about. TikTok more specifically. So TikTok for you is popping, and I believe that is the perfect platform for what you're doing, because even when I went on there, millions of millions of views. Because the thing is, you don't need actually millions of followers to get millions of views, which is quite interesting about the algorithm and how that works. And I had this conversation, it was so weird, last night, and this guy was saying to me, there's something for everybody on TikTok. Like anything you can think of. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen, there's a live stream of a guy peeling an egg.
Can you peel eggs?
Yeah, like a hardboiled egg, they peeled it. He's got like a little metal, I don't know, spatula thing, and he like slowly peels this egg. This egg.
That's fascinating.
And it's like super satisfying, but it's got like thousands of people watching this, like peeling an egg.
God, it must
His
take
face not
ages to
even
make
it.
an omelette.
Yeah, he's just
man.
like peeling the egg, peeling the egg. It's just bonkers. And then I've seen people on there who are teaching the hazard perception test for driving on there with, you know, slides and.
I just watch videos of the North Sea. Do you
Sure,
get recommended
sure.
them? That's like
I
that's
don't
big.
get-
The North Sea is massive on TikTok.
Yeah, the
Just
North
like
Sea-
waves on oil rigs.
I get a lot of
Love it.
podcast clips. That's what
Yeah,
I'm getting
yeah,
in a minute.
yeah.
A lot of podcast clips. Yeah, but my podcast taste is not for everyone. Really. So, but yeah, like, so yours really, when did that kind of hit? Because there's two really, really big videos that stood out. One was 7 million, if I'm not mistaken. Another one's 4 million. And so wham, you're like, oh, I'm just going to post these. Didn't think much of it, or what happened there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what I feel about TikTok. I know it's very useful for me, but it's like the algorithm. It's like you're working for this mysterious boss who you've never met, and you don't know what will please them, because what you used to do to please them, the next day they're like, no, we hate that now.
Yeah.
And then you'll do something like, oh, I don't know if the boss is going to like this, but let's just see. And they're like, I love this more than anything you've ever done. I'm going to show it to everyone. But just today, tomorrow I'm going to be someone different. You know, this is kind of like very tempestuous, mysterious, like deity that we all try and please. The first video I did that it was like nursery grime. So it was over the Skepta That's Not Me beat. And, you know, be like, I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's my handle. Here's my spout. And then it was literally that. And that had, millions of views. And it really captured the essence of my class, because it's like they're all doing the ad-libs. And like 5-year-olds doing grime. You know, people loved it. The majority of people loved it. We had a few racists who were like, I can't believe that there is hip hop in a classroom. Like, and they were like, it's just like loads of England flags in my DMs being like, you are a poison young man. And I'm like, oh, shut up. Like,
behave, Gary, behave.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all right, Gareth. Not Southgate. He's actually good. But then, so there was that one, and then there's another one where I was doing like a tongue twister rap. And it's really like a vocal warm-up that I give to students to have a go at, to like develop that kind of like double time rap flow. Mm-hmm. So it's just like almost nonsense words, but it's like, I'm living in the middle of a riddle and I'm fitter than a fiddle with a vitamin delivered in the middle. I'm a dribble with a quibble and be civil with a spittle. I'm belittling the bigger and then dipping in the dividends. I'm regularly ripping up a rhythm when I pick a pen. Ain't no equivalent. And I'm just doing that in a class, and the class are like trying to follow. Yeah. That was like a big one. I've got one at the moment that's gone pretty viral, and then it's like, even like some like UK legends always like JME loved this one. Nice. Kalashnikov, like Wiley's heard it. And that was just like, it was anti-bullying week. So the BBC wanted me to like, rather than just do like an assembly on, okay, kids, let's not bully, because, you know, that,
I did see that
one. That doesn't
work.
And so it's like, that was to the Morgue beat by Wiley, which is like one of the foundational grime instrumentals. And that's, you know, like, just giving the message of why not to bully, but through grime. You know, like, I ain't got time for bullies. I see that, and I hate that fully. Not big, not smart, not clever. No excuse for that, not ever. And like, kids are just again doing the ad libs. So yeah, these videos have really helped. I kind of hate the fact that I have to rely on social media to promote my message, but that's just because I'm just a dinosaur. I grew up in a slightly different generation before that, and I just have to accept that this is the way people consume their media, and that's how I have to produce it. So that's what I do.
You're also an author as well. As, you mentioned about like the kind of the freestyle there. You've got something which is a similar sort of thing, which is like a tongue twister book.
Yeah.
And that's so. What's that called? And what's that?
Like if you'd have told me when when I was 16 and had these dreams of becoming an MC, you know, if they're like, oh, your first major like literary work would be about an octopus that raps and wears odd socks, I'd be like, I'd rather it not be.
Well,
but
I
it is.
find it
The odd socktopus. That's what it's called.
That makes sense though, because I mean I'm not an octopus, but I would imagine it would be hard to find 8 pairs of the same sock.
It would be difficult, particularly like in a rock. So it's like he lives on a rock and he kind of goes on this mission to collect different stuff, and he wears different socks. So it'd be like, knock, knock, who's there? The octopus. The octopus who? The octopus who's bored of being an octopus just living on a rock. I want to be the first octopus to wear some odd socks. Knock, knock. Who's there? The octopus. The octopus who? The octopus odd socktopus. How do you do? And he builds it all up until at the end he's like the odd socktopus, cloctopus, floctopus, walk, stop, froctopus, shocker, mock, chock, block, smock, lock, doctopus. That's too much. And then he realizes it's all too much, and then he just finds self-acceptance, and it's a literary masterpiece for 3 to 7 year olds. But yeah.
Where can actually, obviously, I'm not 3 or 7, but I'm an avid reader. So if I wanted to pick it up, where can I get it from?
You can get it in all the normal places, like
Waterstones.
Yeah.
Amazon.
All of those kind of places. And so, yeah, I really actually am enjoying the fact of bringing my MC skills not only into the classroom but into the literary world, because I think there's not many children's authors who are MCs.
No.
So there's not. Like, you know, I work with a few like MC Grammar is someone who brings rap into the educational sphere. There's a science teacher called Matt Green who's amazing.
Yeah, my friend told me about him actually.
Yeah, so me and him have worked together, and we've got like a little WhatsApp group that sounds arrogant. It's called like Rap Teaching Elite.
Sure.
Like there's any more than it's just us 3, so obviously we're the elite. So there's no one else doing it. It's an ironic name. But yeah, so we are trying to start this kind of educational movement and bring hip hop back to its essence of instruction and teaching. We're just fighting against, you know, the kind of the machine sure. and the people who are essentially like just like don't use rap in schools because we hate rap.
Well, it's like I was saying, like not all kids learn the same. They learn it a different way. You know, like even me as an adult, I prefer, if I'm being taught something, I prefer to not just, I suppose, read it all. I prefer to like demonstrate and do it by a task, for example, and like do it myself, but with a little bit of that guidance. So people learn differently, and I think there's no disadvantage, I believe, to having music in class if it's especially if it's not like negative or derivative.
Yeah, I'm not going in there like playing Zone 2 and just being like, you know, like ching man down with like
I can't anymore now, can we? Now, yeah, exactly. I mean, well, have you actually? That's another thing. Well, have you had apart from the artists you've mentioned, have you had other artists reach out wanting to be part of what you're doing in some kind of capacity?
Artists reach out and they show support, and they show kind of like, we love what you're doing. I haven't necessarily had artists who are like, they're all busy, you know, if they're good, they're busy.
Yeah.
And if they're busy, they haven't got time to come into to my school and stuff. But I do feel like very supported. And any criticism I have for bringing rap in school is never from a rapper and never from a teacher. It's just some guy who kind of like,
just like Steve
watches daytime TV.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, yeah, it's just Steve at home who's just like annoyed.
Calm down, Steve. We've
just
told you
annoyed
about
at
this.
Me.
You know what I mean?
So, like,
Steve.
Because I can imagine people could get upset by criticism if you had constantly people be like, what are you doing? But like, I just find it funny. And it's like, if you don't, sounds a bit arrogant, but I don't necessarily value the opinions of my detractors.
Well, no,
like,
because it's
what's your qualification to tell me?
Well, yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, you're getting the recognition and the support from the people who, first of all,
who I need it and want it from.
Well, yeah, like the teachers who are actually on the front line teaching kids every day, and artists who think you're respecting the craft and also impacting the youth. All about the youth, man. Kids are the future, man, as I like to say. Let's get into a little bit of Rimsey and RD. You like Rimsey? Do you like RD? RD is very popular with the youths.
Yeah, I listen to it secondhand all the time because it's always on. They're always playing it.
And he's got a high energy. I didn't have that much energy when I was 18. I need to do better. All right, guys, Best of British Show, EXT Radio. We're joined by Christian Foley. If you've just locked in, first of all, welcome. If you've missed any of the interview, well, first of all, we're going to be going until 12, which is in like half an hour. Like, I didn't even realize the time's getting away from me. Poppy's going to be looking after you 12 till 2. Like I said, if you missed any of the beginning of the interview, don't worry. You can listen back, mixcloud.com, if you're ready as soon as we finish this interview. And on top of that, you'll be able to listen to it on soundcloud.com/your host Rob. Make sure you follow me on those platforms. And shout out Christian Foley, who's going to be teaching. Don't worry, I got more in the locker, man. I've got more to talk about, but let's get into some music for now. Let's go.
But I flooded my wing in Lewis, presidential rollie Putin, and it's marble flooring Jewish. In that petrol bath, well, like my skin was burning. Countless jewels with Kermit, and all them straps I earned it. Budge in a presser, hand a TT like Mega. Game, when I done 2 for a tenner. SVR interior mayo. I let it spin like the radio, I'm ready for the block. J-Lo. I should have been like Goliath, but the game's rigged, it's biased.
They say I ain't lit, they're lying. Big drip, but they ain't drying.
If your chick hops in, she fat. Don't run up on me, I'm clutching.
I hear rumours and discussing, all cause I come from nothing.
I should have been like Goliath, but the game's rigged, it's biased.
They say I ain't lit, they're lying. Big drip, but they ain't drying.
If your chick hops in, she fat. Don't run up on me, I'm clutching.
I hear rumours and discussing, all cause I come from nothing. They see me in parties lit with Barbies, making the whole place jumpy. And think I'm a target cause I'm from OT, but I be more than comfy. She wants a smart whip, my one's dumb quick. We taking off if I dump it. She don't normally go for a geezer, but she got me creaming her crumpet. My town's small and full up with pebbles, the cash shoot up by the beach. I was in school playing around my mates, didn't know that his mum smoked beat. The love chain quick, now the kid's blown up. Some man want a cap on me. Big bro told me to laugh it off. If they think they're bad, they'll actually see. Let's see.
I should have been like Goliath, but the game's rigged, it's biased.
They say I ain't lit, they're lying. Big drip, but they ain't drying.
If your chick hops in, she fat. Don't run up on me, I'm clutching.
I hear rumours and discussing, all cause I come from nothing.
I should have been like Goliath, but the game's rigged, it's biased.
They say I ain't lit, they're lying. Big drip, but they ain't drying.
If your chick hops in, she fat. Don't run up on me, I'm clutching.
I hear rumours and discussing, all cause I come from nothing.
Steph London.
Hey, DJ, kick it.
Yeah, like I do you 1990s. But we did for Girl, I'm staying alive for that. Mama, me I feel to die. Cause you aggressively riding my Ferrari. Any moment you have it crashes. And my body and soul won't hit the climb. Finna make the devil want read the Bible. Yeah. And you know tonight the sacrifice on my bed. And you know say you must come ready. Natural disaster. So you know say you might float heavy. Me know say many things for your head. My girl, you are so deadly. My girl, you are so deadly. My girl, you are so.
I'm running through your mind. Yeah, things that the feelings done. When they say my body on it. Take precaution, won't let it go easy. All of you go say, who can really let it, baby? Who can really let it, baby? Go and send it up back. Let me see I love it like that. Make me stop chat. Big pins in a line. And you know, tell me why that you're Ferrari. Kill me like a boss, feel bad. Put me for me, just I ask me, feel bad. Sit down on the bus, I stack, feel it. This I feel baby.
And you know tonight the sacrifice on my bed. And you know say you must come ready.
Natural disaster happening in your bed. And you know say me might float it.
Me know say many things for your head. My girl, you are so deadly. My girl, you are so deadly. My girl, you are so.
She get dough, S-class. Catch her whipping down the city like a black barb. She look good, painting. Gucci fashion done, looking like Nia Long, bust down. Van Cleef, CC's. On the neck, diamond choker with a VV's. Real bad, big Benz with a big bag.
And you know tonight the sacrifice on my bed. And you know say you must come ready. Natural disaster happening in your legs. And you know say you might flood heavy. Me know say many things for your head. My girl, you are so deadly. My girl, you are so deadly. My girl, you are so
Times like this I feel like, 'cause it's times like this I feel. I wanna know, where did my youth really go? All of a sudden I was grown, find myself stranded in a cold, cold world. Now I'm drowning, regret, drinking every night trying to forget. All this dancing juice got me upset, losing precious time I won't get back. Oh, I regret, drinking every night trying to forget. All this dancing juice got me upset, losing precious time I won't get back. Oh, I regret, but it's okay. God gave me purpose, gave me motive. God gave me strength, help me get through it. All of the past won't go for nothing, won't go for nothing, but it's okay. God gave me purpose, gave me motive. God gave me strength, help me get through it. All of the past won't go for nothing, won't go for nothing. Times like this I feel I need some time. Times like this I feel gather my might. Times like this I feel like, 'cause it's times like this I feel. I wanna know, where did my youth really go? All of a sudden I was grown, found myself stranded in a cold, cold world. Now I'm drowning, regret, drinking every night trying to forget. All this dancing juice got me upset, losing precious time I won't get back. Oh, I regret, drinking every night trying to forget. All this dancing juice got me upset, losing precious time I won't get back. Oh, I regret, drinking every night trying to forget. All this dancing juice got me upset, losing precious time I won't get back. Oh, I regret, drinking every night trying to forget. All this dancing juice got me upset, losing precious time I won't get back. Oh, I regret.
But can't sit still and get real when I know life is nothing but temporary stories until we type it. Moments without meaning until we can know who Christ is. I've tried it, so let me take them back to the times where we laughed and we dined. There was joy, but that look in your eyes, through your mind, I could see but believe that you had what you need. I just thought that was we, and then that you'd be free.
I could be there for you. Maybe I could be my best friend if I instead of you.
Now the things I cherish about you just memories. And maybe if I paid attention when you were said to me, the life felt a little bit different for you. I know growing up I was difficult too. Wonderful get back to the days where we laughed and we prayed. Was a church that has drove you away? Or are you really gone in the blaze? Is this more than a phase? I just wish you could hear when I say,
if I could feel you next to me, I could be there best for you. If I could feel next to me, I would need less of you, nothing instead of you. I just need you. I'm sorry for my sins. I'm sorry for me. So please let me feel you next to me. I could be there for you, baby. I could be my best for you. Please let me feel you next to me. I would need less of you, nothing instead of you. If I could feel you next to me, I could be there for you, baby. I could be my best for you. If I could feel.
Download the app and listen on the go. It's EXT Radio.
I'm in love with you, and that's the reason why. I know it's not the end with you, even when we say goodbye. I looked for you in other guys back when we were together. Now I'm back where I belong with you, 'cause when it's me and you, it's better. No matter that we've been through, no matter how far you get away from me, no matter how long it takes for you to see me and you, me and you. I'm usually the jealous type when it comes to you. Don't worry about these other girls, my heart is safe with you. I know that I can come to you even when we drift apart. Just know that it's the same for you. There's always a place for you in my heart. We ain't perfect, but we gotta work for it. Made mistakes, we forgive and then we learn from it. We say shit that we don't really mean. Apologize and get back to our routine. We know just how to get on each other's nerves. Then we like there's no one else on earth. We fall apart, but the feelings are still there. Get back together because no one else compares. No matter that we've been through, no matter how far you get away from me, no matter how long it takes for you to see me and you, me and you. Some say you're my weakness, but to me you are my strength. Runs deeper than this love affair, because at the core we are friends. Not afraid to be myself around you. You're the one who really gets me. Kinda feel like I'm at home with you. Hope the story ends with you and me. No matter that we've been through, no matter how far you get away from me, no matter how long it takes for you to see me and you, me and you.
Yes, guys, we are back here on EXT Radio, Best of British Show. Come on, it is your host Rob, joined by Christian Foley here on EXT Radio, guys. Hold on, give me the LinkedIn job title again.
Spoken word educator.
Spoken word educator, right? So artist as well, teacher as well, educator. It covers a lot of the boxes, man.
Triple threat.
I know your LinkedIn must be super strong.
Yeah, I produce. I got them beats as well.
I producer as well. There we go. Is there
Quadruple threat.
There you go. Is there anything you cannot do, man?
I can't sing.
Well, no one can really sing,
dance.
man. Well, oh, there we go. Let's calm down there. A little bit early for that. There we go.
25 to 11.
Yeah.
Gonna pop and lock.
So speaking of Well, speaking of music, I suppose we spoke a little bit about the educational system, spoke about social media, we spoke about 50 Cent. We've got some tracks here for you. The one we've got at the moment, we've got Elmo, and we've got Beat Break. We've got a couple here, and Swoosh, I think we've got as well. So you can tell me a little bit about those tracks.
Beat Break, I just did it 2 days ago. That's why you were like, oh, can you send me some tracks? I was like, oh, that was just the one on my desktop. I mean, I'm not even sure it's finished. I think it sounds finished enough, you know, like it's finished enough.
Only the finest here, of course.
That's why the name is Beat Break, because I'm like, okay, I need to give this a title, but like the first line is, because I'm producing the drums for it, so I'm saying, I'm just cutting up a beat break. And then I was like, okay, this one's called Beat Break. That's just like a kind of, all my stuff is old school flavored, because that's the music I grew up on. It's kind of old school vibes, but not necessarily like early, like jest, low life, like grungy kind of miserable UK, you know, like 90s, which I loved, but it's like we can't keep making it.
No.
But like that, I still like to try distill that essence. The second one, what was the second one? Elmo. That's just like a short track, which is more kind of like R&B infused, a bit more of a modern flow on that one. That's from a mixtape called 30-Year-Old White Rapper.
Sure. Pretty self-explanatory there.
Yeah. Which is me kind of like just taking a mick, because it's like, I know I've got an odd job. All right, and I know that I grew up in a place that didn't necessarily like spit out rappers.
Sure.
You know, me being
not South London,
yeah,
like, not from like Lewisham or Hackney.
I grew up in a place called Grouville, right? And like Grouville is like, and I could see France from my house, like spitting French.
The country.
Yeah. The country. Like that was my country. All right, it was France. And then the last one, what was the last one? Swoosh. That's a nice one actually, because that's with my fiance on the hook. She's a singer. So it's like you get your in-house choruses, like literally in-house, because we have a home studio.
Oh, nice.
So it's like
I think we're going to start with that. That's good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And that's going to be the not the bride. Here comes the bride. Is it going to be that song instead?
Yeah, it'd be pretty weird to walk down the aisle to like. What do you want to walk down the aisle to? Yeah, just some like kind of like early like hip hop kind of.
Hey, the bride gets whatever she wants, man. That's a little tip for you there.
No, we'll have 50 instead.
Let's go. Well, of course, just call him to say 50. Come through, man. Come through, man.
That'll work.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. Here we go, guys. Let's get into this one then. Swoosh from our special guest, Christian Foley. Let's get it.
Keep my cipher complete. Keep my cipher complete. Keep my cipher complete. Keep my cipher complete. I mess around and made some beats with a sampler. I wanted to be a pilot, ended up a baggage handler. But I can handle it, the stress that's like an abacus. That's meaning that it's adding up, not meaning like it's average. My mode of talking through the medium, my rapping is frustrating. I can understand my laundry yet in public. Sitting in the pub and getting deep, you pick the subject. Over sneakers, I got expertise. And when I'm mid-30s, hope I'm grown up, please. Cause I've been way too childish ever since I was a little teen. I was so naive, had these blown up dreams. They couldn't fit my head, but my hair's so big, I couldn't sleep in bed. Pillow talk was wrong. I was staring at the ceiling, feeling fame from all these songs. When it did not come, nearly been my mic. Wanted to run away, so I laced up my night. Keep my cipher complete. Keep my cipher complete. Keep my cipher complete. Keep my cipher complete. I'm that good kid like Kendrick, my next chick, that's my dough. Stomach staying empty, comparable to bandos. Trapped in a section of being damn hungry. Nervous, all these butterflies inside, they got me jumpy. All my fears are untitled, hopes are unmastered. Used to be that friendly ghost, they called me Casper. Schmeichel, while I'm reaching for my goals. No clean sheets on weekends, my girl plays host. When the night goes dark and the lights are out, you still be down to ride. If everything went downhill, would you avalanche or let it slide? When I snowball all my problems, would you throw them to the side? 21 questions I could ask, but we don't have the time. Ready or not, well here I come, you can run, but you can't hide. And I got Jekyll features, way two-faced, I know that's right. I'm fighting all these maybes, certainly with all my might. I'm indecisive on the edge, thinking do it like night. Keep my cipher complete. Keep my cipher complete. Keep my cipher complete. Keep my cipher complete.
I've been running all the time.
almost 24 hours.
I'm just cutting up a beat break. Midwinter still summing up a heat wave. Now the flows amount to art, plus the show's about to start. So I suggest you take your seats, mate. For Pete's sake, I'm clumsy, man. I always lose my keepsakes. And I never won a sweepstake, brushing off my bad deeds like, nah, that's a deep fake. Still got it locked like I'm Nessie in a deep lake. HMP the way I got some bars. Pin my picture up at Scotland Yard. Criminally underrated, not lyrically understated, till physically underpaid when I'm not street. More abstract than concrete. Rap tracks are complete to pastime. My pastimes are class rhymes. See them on my IG. I ain't stopping till the Daily Mail despise me, criticize me unwisely. I've been rapping since I used to wear my size 3. And I used to cram my feet into some Nikes. Still cold enough that I could make the mic freeze. In comparison you are but nothing as a slight breeze. Lights please. While we wait for camera action, I should be on sound relaxing. But I never take a day off, though it never pays off. Really like my day job, trying to make my paper still turn into some A1. That's increasing in its size. Back at school you tell I frequently revised. I've been decent with the rhymes. Here are some I recently devised. Going overheads, they want me summarized. Well, to put it in a sentence, I've been serving life for murking rappers ever since my entrance. And it's done with no repentance. And I'm out, take my exit.
Do you stop pulling? Do you stop pulling?
Die for it before you go surrender it. You're righteous with unpredictable tendencies. And when you mix it with the Hennessy, feel like you dancing with the enemy, yeah. Nobody can control you. Don't fight me, let me hold you down, baby. Take the long way home, put some weight on me. I could take it up. On the road, on the line, in your head, know you're working for it. 7 days, 7 nights, 7 years, and it's working for you. Proud of you, cause I can see your intentions, but you shine through the rain. They go check 40 days and 40 nights. Long as I got you tonight, no one gonna touch you tonight. I put it on my life. I won't feel love, you feel my life. Long as I got you tonight, no one gonna touch you tonight.
Enemies, I got enemies. Left to them, I would be on the streets, but never dance. I no go green, but will you hold me down? Will you hold me down? When niggas tryna end me, all of them are envy, but he no consent me. That is why I'm distant. I only wish that you render assistance when I'm on the road.
On the line, in your head, know you're working for it. 7 days, 7 nights, 7 years, and it's working for you. Proud of you, cause I can see your intentions, but you shine through the rain. They go check 40 days and 40 nights. Long as I got you tonight, no one gonna touch you tonight. I put it on my life. I won't feel love, you feel my life. Long as I got you tonight, no one gonna touch you tonight. They go check 40 days and 40 nights. Long as I got you tonight, no one gonna touch you tonight. I put it on my life. I won't feel love, you feel my life. Long as I got you tonight, no one gonna touch you tonight.
Too many I no go cream, I no go cream.
Yes, guys, you're tuned into the Best of British Show, EXT Radio. 10 minutes left. Jesus, I don't know where the time went, but Poppy is going to be looking after you 12 until 2. Christian Foley, our special guest, spoken word facilitator. Yeah.
Facilitator.
Oh, yeah.
That would work.
I like facilitator. It sounds like
work.
it sounds. You know, who are the ones where they oversee the exam stuff? What are they called?
Invigilator.
Invigilator. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Invigilator.
A word of the day. So what we're going to do, actually, we're going to do something real special here. We don't usually do the freestyles. It's something I want to incorporate more into the show. We've got a few words here. We picked 10 words, and I'm going to give 10 words to Christian, and he is going to basically freestyle using these 10 words, and he has to include these 10 words. Okay, that's the rules. He has to include the 10 words
in order.
In order, yeah. So this is how. Could we do it like one after the other?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give them to you one after the other, or do you want them all in kind of one hit?
No. Tell me what they are, and then I can just make sure they're on my thing.
Okay. So the words are. Hold on, let me turn this. There you go.
Right, what we got?
We've got Dave, the rapper.
Okay, Dave.
Central C.
Central C.
UK music.
UK music.
Best of British.
Best of British.
Education.
Education.
Books.
Books.
EXT Radio.
Shout out.
TikTok.
Yes.
Odd Soccopus.
Odd Soctopus.
That's the one. And Prue.
And Prue. Pupil referral unit. Okay, where I work. Okay. They're in the phone, so we're gonna just incorporate this.
Let's wheel back up
we got an instrumental.
Yeah, let's get the instrumental and let's wheel this one back up. Okay. All right. And let me know how the sound is in. Here we go. So whenever you're ready, how's that sounding? Let me know if you want to go higher.
Let's go a little bit higher. All right. Real UK music type vibe. Okay, we ready?
Let's do it.
Go against me, that's a close shave. I'm on location just like Dave. I know I'm meant to be, it's a day in a life but no Central C. But I know that your crew play use it, and I know this is UK music. And I tell you the rest are finished. Not a farmer but I'm the best of British, and I do this fly like levitation. Do this, mine has levitation, dedication. Know that I'm fly like levitation and I breathe like respiration. And I know that I am a teacher, lean like Pisa, working on my education. I'm a feature in a classroom, but I be spitting that rap tune. Not a ref but you're in my books. Red and yellow, know that you're jealous like Othello. I used to read Shakespeare back, but now I say hello. The new music, all of that. And I know I be talking out. Know that my name's in your mouth, like say it though. And I know that I kick it like you say yo. And I know that I make that ratio. I'm on EXT radio from the EXT area. But right now I'm in the interior of a container, no container ship. But no, I got cargo, know that my flow is far flung all over the world with delivery. Know that I'm killing these hours waiting, looking at the clock like tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. You get slapped in the face with a flip flop. And I know that I serve you like your haddock in a chip shop. And I'm ready and I know that you better stay watching this like you need binoculars. And I wrote a book for the kids, and the book that I wrote was called The Your Octopus. And I got words in my esophagus, but they're never getting stuck in my throat. I don't choke like B-Rabbit in 8 Mile. Know that I rap with a great style, and I do this just without warning. And I'm here with Rob, and he's my host on the EXT radio. And we're killing this here on Saturday morning. And I know that I'm here with the last word on a rap verse. That's PRU, Pupil Referral Unit. That's where I work, and I'm a teacher, just like I said. And I really like teaching is fun. We've done the freestyle and the words are done. Out of breath now.
Jesus, here we go. EXT Radio, Christian Foley, ladies and gentlemen.
EXT Radio. Listen on the app, on your smart speaker, and on digital radio.
You got them all in. Let's check.
Yeah, we did. No, you don't need to remark
Let's see. Dave, I got Central C.
Sizzler01 says proper freestyle. Yes, Sizzler01, you're correct.
That's it. Books, I got education, I got EXT Radio, I got TikTok, Octopus, and I got Prue. So I got all 10,
man.
Don't
believe me, watch it back on your own Twitch, Rob.
You killed it, man. You killed it, man. Listen, and with that being said, man, tell us where we can find you, where we can check you out, how we can get the Oddopus.
No one's going to buy my book.
Odd Soccopus. There you go. I'm gonna send you a screenshot of me with the book.
It is a tongue twister. It's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
You got to practice. So Christian Foley. You can find me at Christian Foley Poetry on Instagram. Christian Foley Poetry on TikTok, C Foley Poetry on X, formerly known as Twitter. YouTube, Christian Foley, all these places, and you can just find the book in like the usual bookshops and stuff like that. So yeah, just check out what I have online if you have liked this morning. Yeah, it's been really fun. Thanks for having me.
No worries, pleasure, man. What have you got coming up as well? What can we expect? Anything interesting we should keep an eye out for?
I got like 2 new books dropping this year. Nice. One is, again, it's like a rap book. It's called Some Bears, and that's for like your really young children. So you know, like picture books for babies and toddlers, or if your children are about 5 or 6 and learning to read, then this Some Bears is a great book for them. I've got another rap book for 11-year-olds who are going to secondary school called Moving Up. That's coming out with Scholastic. So that's kind of like, in publishing, it's literally a big deal. It's like a good, like, should be everywhere, hopefully. But if you can't find it, go look for it. That's called Moving Up. If you've got a kid who's going to secondary school and they want a little survival guide, but something they'll want to read because it's like raps and it's not just some like dry textbook being like, it might be scary. And then like in terms of music, you know what? I've got this 30-year-old white rapper mixtape coming out, and it's been so long that I'm actually like older than 30 now. So, but the title's still the same. And I do a lot of shows around London. Mainly you can find me at Spoken Word Nights and hip hop evenings. I'm part of like a collective called And What, and we run shows bi-monthly. Every 2 months rather, at Grow Hackney or in the Chip Shop in Brixton. Shout out Chip Shop. So yeah, you can find me about if you go looking in the ciphers. And
people want to like work with you and stuff like that, is just reaching out on social media.
I'm incredibly approachable. I'll work with anyone who's good or rich. So because they're not mutually exclusive. Holler at your boy.
That's it. I mean, there we go. I think that summarizes bet. Holler at your boy. There we go. EXT Radio, best of British show. You know we do it here, guys. Poppy's going to be looking after you in literally a couple of minutes. We'll do maybe 1 or 2 songs, and then I'll be signing out. Okay, guys. So don't forget, you can, of course, listen back, soundcloud.com/your host Rob, or EXT Radio as well. The show will be up in the next 20 minutes or so if you've missed any of it. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, actually. Your host Rob. A lot of the video content from today's interview will be on there as well. Also on Instagram, your host Rob, Christian Foley as well, and we'll be putting out loads of clips from this interview so you can check it out at a later stage as well. Let's get into some Screw Fizzer.
My music is timeless. It's the return of your highness. Told you, timeless. I can't hear them jokers. They can't afford my focus. My music is priceless. Ain't getting stacks in your mind. I work every day for the bag. I told these chicks if they ain't getting money, then please get your in the lab. We can be Bunny or Clyde, or we can be Queen or Slim. If you love Lizzie like I do, let's make this a threesome thing. Cause they ain't really grafting nights like me. No handouts or a penny from me. I don't really let no distractions be. I be getting money like back, free. Now I add like 10 racks on that. I can see your mind get through in a mess. You can see I ain't gonna tie from the gas. Don't get comfy, the price gone up. Told you, timeless. Why you think people like this? My music is timeless. It's the return of your highness. Told you, timeless. I can't hear them jokers. They can't afford my focus. My music is priceless.
Yeah, so Naomi, I just want blaze them, hot them for information. See them, boy, they're some pagans. How you a rasta when you eat bacon? Lord can't save them.
Hey, this is MK and locked into EXT Radio.
Hi, this is Jamie Jones, and you're listening to EXT Radio.